Right, I'll get these questions done. There's I've had 80 odd questions and I've picked about 51, I think. I was going to pick 75, but I got to 50, did one more and just had enough. So right, so we'll just do this 50 questions or 51 questions. Could be like that film, won't it? 51st State. Question 1. Are the British Boxing Board of Control governing the sport properly? Mike in Thorn. I don't know really. I mean, I've only been up in front at board once. I was in front of that Les Potts, he's ex-chief inspector, isn't he? So I'm never going to get on with him, and he knocked me back for my second licence, so I'm not experienced. I'll get to that in a bit, but I don't know. I mean, people seem to get banned, don't they, for petty things, you know, in boxing, in UK off British Boxing Board of Control. Certain people get different things when they go in front of them. Some people get favouritisms. We know what all that is, don't they? For example, Peter McDonough got hammered, didn't he, with an 8-month ban for a little push. But yet we've had all them carry-ons on with Hay Bellew, Chisora and Whyte and Browne. You know, and I can go on and on and on and on. And no, it seems to happen, does it? If you've got Eddie Hearn or Matchroom behind you, it's everybody else gets hammered. So are they governing sport properly? In my opinion, no. They're not governing the sport properly at all. But I wish them all the best. Let's shut this door. Right, I can carry on a bit better now. Second question. Do you still work with Dennis Hobson, Russ, as you have done no videos of late and no tweets to Dennis are tagged in by yourself? John in Leeds. Now, I'm not working with Dennis no more. When I started with Dennis, I asked him for the job. He said yeah. He couldn't pay me. I said I'll do 3 years, and my 3 years up next month. But I've got a month early. Obviously, there's other opportunities that have arisen, and he's got his way of doing things, and I've got mine. So I wish him all the best. So no, I'm not working with Dennis. What do you think from the start of the what do you think from the start of the year to Matchroom shows? Tom in Hull. I think Matchroom shows this year have been pony, proper pony. He's serving up a load of crap. That's my opinion. So crap. Can Jamie McDonald beat Naone, the kid? Is it Japanese guy? Lee in Hatfield. Yeah, Jamie will beat him, I think. Forget all that, he's a big puncher. Jamie will beat him. He's consistent, isn't he, Jamie McDonald? And I think he beats him. Go bet that Jamie McDonald on points for that. Is Gav McDonald world class? Lee in Hatfield, same kid. Yeah, I think he is. I think with right opponent, I think he wins a world title. So yeah. Will Davy Day fight Bellew in May or be injured? Tommy in Cunningsborough. I think Davy Day will break down in camp, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Is Dave Allen fighting Lenroy Thomas for a 3rd time? Mike in Kings Lynn. Yep, he is fighting him. Is Chris Smedley a good trainer? Josh in Southport. Yeah, very good. He's most decorated amateur trainer, other than the guys who take them to the the GB team. Outside of the GB team, he's the most decorated guy in the country. So yeah, he is. He's had 31 national finalists in amateurs, and of course he's got Liam Cameron, and a Commonwealth champion. So, and he's had Liam from being like 12-year-old, I think, so, or 10 or 12-year-old. So yeah, and he's done it from beginning with him, hasn't he? So you got to give him his credit. Question 10. Will Cameron fight Billy Joe? John in Glasgow. I don't think he will, but if he does, and obviously Dennis can pull it off, good luck to him. Question 11. Russell, is it true the Boxing Board of Control refused you a seconds licence? Mark in Tilbury. Do you know what, Mark? You always ask me that. You've been asking me all week. You know they've already knocked me back, so why ask? I told you in the DM. What were your tips from years ago that didn't go all the way? Marcus in Doncaster. Tips that didn't go all the way. Paul Smith. Paul Smith got to Commonwealth Games final, didn't he, against John Pascal. I had Paul Smith to win that, and I had him down to win a world title. So I think that was a bit disappointing. Frankie Gavin won a gold, didn't he, at 2007. Badly mismatched in his career, badly mismatched. Just them two, I think, really. Just them two. Paul Smith and Frankie Gavin. I think Paul Smith were brilliant, wasn't he, when he first turned pro, and then he got beat that time, and I think his confidence went after that. That Steve Bendel beat him, didn't he? Did Bellew get you in trouble when he rung Dennis Hobson? John in Leeds. Yeah, Tony Bellew rung Dennis complaining that I put a video out saying that he's a fraud. Maybe it were a bit harsh, but who's Bellew beat? He's putting his name in mix with all these pound for pound guys. Who's he beat? Beat Cleverly, who had one arm in worst pay-per-view ever, and he beat A with one leg. That's it. He's not beat any other world champions. But good luck to him. He's providing for his family. Good luck to him. But did he get me in trouble? No. But he, obviously it didn't go down too well. He's ringing Dennis and complaining. Does Bellew versus Ward do good numbers on pay-per-view? No, I don't think it does. Do you get any hassle for being opinionated on Twitter, Russell? Joe in Liverpool. Nobody says anything to my face. What boxers do you get on with, and what boxers do you like? Stephen Lincoln. I don't know, there's a lot in there, I suppose. I like Frankie Gavin, I get on with him, I'm in touch with him. Froch, Dave Allen, Liam Cameron, Antonio Tava, what else is there? Sam Sheedy, Anthony Tomlinson, Josh Whale. That's about it really, I think. You said you were only going to do boxing for 3 years. Has that changed? Well, 35 months I lasted from Flair in Doncaster. Is Glyn Rhodes respected? Lee in Slough? Yes. But getting back to the Doncaster question, I'm still sort of doing something in boxing at the moment, and you'll see if you look on my channel over the next few weeks. After the 23rd you'll see what I'm doing at the moment. It's a good opportunity that I've took on board, and you'll see, because Rico's in Hong Kong at the moment and Cambodia. When he comes back, we'll put these videos that we've got stocked up onto the channel, and you'll see what I'm doing. So it'll be probably going on at the same time as this one now, and you'll see what opportunities that I'm doing at the moment. I'm doing some filming, and that's what I'm going to say you'll see. Do you like those Scottish lads on podcasts? Paul in Cardiff. If you mean Andy Patterson, Brian King, Tommy the Guru Allen, all them lads. Is Dave the 80 low back? Is he from Scotland? I'm not sure. Is he? Dominic, Rob Kelly, Smido, Steve Wellings. If there's any I've missed, I'm sorry. Mikey. I like all them lads. They get their time up and they don't take any money out of boxing. I've been doing something this week in boxing, and I ended up with some money out of that job, just for some filming. I'm not going to say who, but somebody gave me some money, and so what's that for? And he said, for your expenses and that, you've been coming in the last couple of weeks, and I was shocked because I didn't get involved in boxing for that, and he gave me some money, and I thought, nice one. I said, I don't want it. He says, you're having it, and like, obviously I've never had that, and it's nice, isn't it, to get a few quid. It's not I don't pay my bills from boxing. I mean, come on. But it were nice, so it were appreciated and nice to be thought of. And not everybody in boxing is a bad person. There's a lot of takers in boxing, and I'm not going to say who, but they know who they are. The people that take from boxing and take and take and take, and then when something bad happens, they all want to cover their arses. But people take and they don't give, they're all take. And those people, what goes around comes around. That's what I say. But it's nice when somebody gives, because I'm a giving person. Question 21. Have you fell out with Steffi Bull, Paul in Conisbrough? Is that Steffi's cousin, Paul Bullcroft? No, I haven't fell out with him. I just haven't seen him lately. Is Dave Allen ever going to get a good win? John in Ipswich. He beat that French kid, didn't he? Just dragging out a bit Dave's career. Yeah, he does need a win, but he's always going to be on Sky though, isn't he, Dave? Because he sells loads of tickets in the area, and Eddie Hearn likes him, so he'll be on Sky for years to come, so get ready. Can David Price upset Povetkin? Danny in London? Yeah, he can. He's got a good trainer, David Price, and he can knock Povetkin out. What's your opinion on Steve Bunce, Terry in Bradford? I think he's a top lad. Is Don Charles a good trainer? Peter in Blackburn. Yeah, Don Charles is a world-class trainer. I like him a lot. Where were we? Don Charles question, wasn't it? 27. Dillian Whyte versus Lucas Browne. Mel in to kill. I think Big Daddy Browne knocks him out. Other people think Dillian Whyte wins. Peter Fury thinks Dillian Whyte wins. I think Browne knocks Dillian Whyte out. Who has Dillian Whyte beat? Who is his best win to be WBC #1 ranked? Who is Dillian Whyte's best win? That's the question. All the hype, all the sky, all the gloves are off. Who is his best win? That's all I'm going to leave you with. Hellenius? Come on. Has Derek Chisora gone on way too long? Anthony in London. Has Derek Chisora gone on way too long? No, I think Derek Chisora has got plenty in tank, but I think he needs a year out of boxing and just tick over. But just a year out of boxing, just to find his feet a little bit and have a bit of a rest. I think he needs a break from boxing, Chisora, but I do rate him. Yeah, exciting as well. Is Billy Joe Saunders the real deal? Richard in Hatfield. Yes, he is. He's Southpaw, he's Olympian, British, Commonwealth, European and a world champion. His best win's Lemieux, but he were made for him, wasn't he? Beat Andy Lee, beat Eubank, so the Eubank win gets better every day, doesn't it? Who is Joshua's best 3 wins? Jonathan in Swansea. Anthony Joshua's best 3 wins. Well, he's beat 2 world champions, hasn't he? Charlie Martin, the worst champion in history, and Vladimir, pushing 42-year-old, 18-month on settee. That's it. I couldn't even tell you his 3rd best win. Probably Takam. Is David A shot to bits? Paul in Scotland. Yeah, David A shot to pieces. Should be embarrassing. Sky pay-per-view. He's not had a decent win in 9 years. Do you agree with Don Charles regarding the Canelo drug test and the Frank Buglioni versus Yard issue? Jeremy in California. Alright, Jeremy, you DM'd me yesterday, didn't you, that? I think Canelo has got that much money, he should be importing his own meat and not failing drug tests for Glenbuterol in beef. I mean, come on. Is everybody going to take Glenbuterol now and say it's in the meat? Because you've got to set a precedent, haven't you? If you don't set a precedent, everybody's just going to run riot with it, aren't they? So, that's how I look at it. And as regards Frank Buglioni and Anthony Yarde, I think you need to get them both in a ring, both sign a contract and both fight. Because they're both contradicting themselves, aren't they? I don't think they both want it. I think they're saying they want it, but I don't think they do. Pair of them. Because they've got a lot to lose if they get beat, haven't they? But they can both fight. Both exciting. Do you agree, Russell, with hardcore fans that Adelaide Birdie's Golden Boys Promotions in-house judge, along with Joe Cortez when he was the in-house referee, Carl in Yonkers, New York? Yeah, I think if you go and look on BoxRec, you will see that Adelaide Bird, she has given some strange scores in the favour of Golden Boy fighters in the last 10-15 years. Go and have a look on BoxRec and go and have a look at some of Hopkins' fights, some of De La Hoya's fights, some of Canelo's fights, Victor Ortiz. Go have a look at her record on BoxRec and you'll see what I mean. And Joe Cortez, we all remember Joe Cortez, don't we? Refereeing Hatton against Mayweather, and what was the other one? Was it Calzaghe against Hopkins? I'm not sure. Amir Khan against Maidana. He propped Amir Khan up in 10th round, didn't he? Old Joe Cortez, eh? Mayweather against Victor Ortiz. Remember that one, don't you? Joe Cortez. Joe, in-house referee Cortez. People talk to me about in-house referees and in-house judges all the time, and I'm going to tell you a little story now, and it's a true story. Robin Reed fought Sven Otka about 16 years ago, maybe 16, 17 years ago, it might have been 2002 and or 2004, so it was over 10 years ago. And the night before the fight, Brian Hughes walked into a restaurant. This is a true story, and you can ask Robin Reed about this, and he caught them all there. Calla Sowland, Willie Sowland, the model, Calla's stepmom, Calla, judges and Roger Tillerman, officials from IBF and WBA, and the referee on the night. They're all sat there like the Last Supper. That's a true story, that. And we all know what happened to Robin Reed in that fight, don't we? Eh? So, I'm like boxing police, aren't I? Has Eddie Hearn got too big for his boots, giving stick to DeBella and Shelley Finkel all the time? Carl in New York, Yonkers. Same guy. Question 33. Question 34. Yeah, Eddie Hearn's got too big for his boots. He's trying to make a big splash in America, but I don't really see how he's going to do that. What's he going to do that with Danny Jacobs? How? He's already been beat by Golovkin, hasn't he? How's he going to do that? Look at the BoxRec rankings on the guy fighting Danny Jacobs. It's embarrassing. This is a guy who they're saying beat Golovkin. Look who he's fighting. Not fighting anybody. Who's he fighting? Get your money out, Eddie Hearn, and get Danny Jacobs in with Billy Joe. Start working with Frank Warren and make the fights that we want. Instead of going back and forward with Lou DiBella and Shelley Finkel and insulting them, you don't want to go nowhere near Wilder. It's embarrassing. Wilder came to England, to Wembley last April, and he were going to fight the winner of Vladimir and Joshua. After that fight, Vladimir were going to have the rematch. Then Pulev signed, Takam signed, now Parker's signed, and now you're saying Miller. Whatever happened to Wilder? It's just chit-chat, Eddie. Chit-chat, and you're embarrassing yourself. Like Joshua's embarrassing himself doing impressions of Wilder. Forget the impressions, get in the ring and grow some balls. And Joshua not beat no one. Do you still rate Freddie Roach and Virgil Hunter, Russ? Mick in Manchester. Freddie Roach, in my opinion, is a shot trainer. He's not even in a physical condition to train guys, in my opinion. That may sound harsh, but he's made himself, you know, $40 million apparently. That's the rumour. He needs to go retire because he's ruining guys. Virgil Hunter, take Andre Ward out of his stable. What has he ever done as a trainer? Well, what has he done? Take Ward out. What has he done? And Ward's got an awful style, hasn't he? Come on. Who'd pay to watch Andre Ward? So I don't rate any of them. They're not. Roach used to be exciting, but he's a shot trainer. And Virgil Hunter, I don't like him anyway because he's one of them parole officers that lock you up. He's one of them authority guys. And Ward's got an horrible style, hasn't he? Come on. Jabs you, scores a point, then hugs you. Terrible. I'm not forgiving Ward for the Carl Froch win, have I? Is Sam Sheedy coming back? Steve in Sheffield. No, he's training fighters, he's not coming back. But I wish him all the best. Nice kid, Sam. If Jamie McDonnell beats Naoya, is he pound for pound, Russ? Marking Aldershot. Yeah, he is. In my opinion, if he beats that guy, he's got to be top 10 pound for pound Ring Magazine. It's got to be. Is John Ryder versus Jamie Cox a good fight? James in Gillingham. Yeah, great fight. But I heard a little whisper about what John Ryder were getting, and Rocky Fielding were offered a lot more for it. So I think that's quite insulting from the people dealing with John Ryder. They need to pay him well. Or they might have paid him well. Either way, he needs looking after, John Ryder. I've got a lot of time for him, and I hope he beats Cox. But Cox is a good fighter, so it's a good fight, isn't it? Two southpaws. Is Tony Bellew overrated, a fraud, a great fighter, or just a great salesman? Is he overrated? No, he's a good fighter. Is he a fraud? Well, he talks about himself like he's pound for pound, doesn't he? And he ain't really, is he? Because he bottled that cruiserweight tournament, didn't he? So, you could say he's a fraud a little bit, but he's a good fighter. Is he a great fighter? No, he's not a great fighter. Yeah, he's a great salesman. That's where Mick in Leeds. But I wish Tony Bellew all the best. Don't want him phoning up complaining, do we? Oh, yeah. Are you mates with Peter Fury? Yeah, I am mates with him. That's Terry from Burnley. 44. Is Joe Gallagher overrated or just lucky? Paul in Leeds. Well, if you go through Joe Gallagher's record, with Crawler, he beat Gavin Rees, Ricky Burns. They were shot though, weren't they? Let's have it right. Darlis Perez, right? What were he? Barroso. He wanted world champion, wasn't he? Barroso. Darlis Perez. Did he get upgraded? And he beat Martinez, who was shot with Quigg. All the other guys that his fighters went in with, they were going to lose, weren't they? Liam Smith went to lose against Canelo. Paul Smith fought DeGale, Groves, Andre Ward, Arthur Abraham twice, and Zuga. That's 6 top fights for Paul Smith, but he weren't a favourite in every one of them. Who were other guys that he's had top fights with? John Murray. I mean, John Murray against Rios. He wasn't a favourite, was he? So, I don't know. I think there's a conflict of interest, in my opinion, with a manager and a trainer. I think there should be a trainer, and a manager should be totally different to the. Because when you've got a manager and he's training them as well, he's going to want the best of both worlds, isn't he? So there's a conflict of interest. But can Joe Gallagher train? Yeah. I think the matchmaking and the manager trying to make the most money for the fighter as well as himself has had a conflict of interest, because them Smiths have gone 0 and 11 against top guys, aren't they? Former champions, current champions. Stephen Smith fought 4, Paul 6 and Liam 1. And Callum's going to have his first one against Groves. But that's in a tournament that he's been getting well paid in. So, I don't know, I mean, the glasses are full really for Joe Gallagher, in my opinion. I'd like to see him be a proper elite fighter. If Callum beats Groves, I'd like to see him take some challenges on and move to 175. That's what I'd like to see. But I think the jury's out on Joe Gallagher still after all these years. So I'm not going to give him that much of a stick, but his record, when you take a closer look at it, I think some of the matchmaking, I'm not saying he can't train, but some of the matchmaking's been poor. Who's the best boxing promoter at finding talent? Neil in Doncaster. Mick Hennessy. He signed Carl Froch, Tyson Fury, Yuri Fury, Darren Barker, Chris Eubank Jr. There's 5. And when Yuri wins a world title, he's got 5 world champions there, haven't you? So Mick Hennessy is the best guy for signing talent. Keeping the talent is an art in itself, but boxers, they all want to be businessmen, don't they? When they first start off, they listen to everything, don't they, that you tell them, and then they kind of get people in their ears, and then they start going in different directions. It all goes a bit wonky, doesn't it? So stay loyal and listen to your team from the beginning. Why do you give out criticism to Hearn, Spencer Fearon, Adam Smith, Johnny Nelson, Russ? Joe in Alabama. He's probably a Wilder fan. Well, Adam Smith and Johnny Nelson, they're company men, aren't they? Whenever there's a Sky fighter on, they always big him up. For example, Sky have not got the World Boxing Series on TV, have they? And not one of that GB team tweets anything about Box Nation, do they? Why is that? But yet Sky aren't putting it on. I don't know, boxing's very political. Once you get in amongst the nitty gritty and you see it for yourself, I just flick my lid. That's why I'm not with Dennis no more, because I'm opinionated and I come from a motor traders background, and obviously I used to be a bit of a naughty guy back in the day, and I'd like to think that if I give my hand on something, that's it. But not everybody's like that, are they? In boxing, they'll give you a handshake and then they go behind your back. I flip my lid over stuff like that. Curtis Woodhouse, he shook Dennis's hand twice in under a year and gone back on his word. Little things like that can do my head in. I don't want to be around people like that, and I like Curtis. And obviously they have to do what's best for themselves. It's a tough game, isn't it? People can say it's a business and it's a tough game, but just have a bit of loyalty. For fuck's sake. But see, I get revved up, don't I, every time. So yeah, Spencer Fearon, come on. He needs stick, doesn't he, him? He needs oss whipping. And Eddie Hearn, come on. Right? He lies every day, his nose is that big, like that. Question 44. Do you feel you're being harsh when you say Bellew, Joshua, Wilder and Tyson Fury have not beat that many champions, and why do you always judge a fighter's status by the champions he's beat? Mark in Rotherham. Well, Mark, you've got these guys and they're saying they're pound for pound, they're elite, they're this, they're that, they're the best thing since sliced bread. Go and look at the records. Right, Bellew, he's beat 2 former champions and he's never won a belt that's been on the line. They were all vacant. So Bellew's got 4 belts vacant, and he's got wins over Hay and Cleverly. And we know about them fights, don't we? So he's beat 2 champions, former. Joshua's beat Charlie Martin, worst champion ever at heavyweight, in Ring Magazine, that's what it says. And he beat Joshua 18-month on settee. Wilder, he's beat Stavern, beat him twice, so he's got 2 wins, hasn't he? But come on, Stavern got a vacant belt. And then you've got, so Stavern were a paper champion. Ortiz wasn't a champion though. Then you've got Tyson Fury. He's got best record out of all them 4, but he's got a lot of hype around him, Tyson, but he needs to fight, doesn't he? So, but when he last fought, he beat the man, didn't he? So you can't knock Tyson. And I've never knocked Tyson anyway, so I don't know where you're coming from with that, Mark in Rotherham. But Tyson's only got 2 wins over champions, hasn't he? Vladimir and a peak Vladimir, should I say, and Steve Cunningham. So they've all got 2 wins each, haven't they? Is it a poor era? for heavyweights? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's the poorest era ever since maybe the 50s. You say the heavyweight division is poor, yet Eddie Hearn says it's booming. Can you explain a bit more, Russell? Same guy, Markin Rotherham. I've just answered that. It's a poor era. It's like the lost division of heavyweights. You know, in the early 80s, when Larry Holmes were knocking out dustbin men. I mean, look at it like this, right? Who is Mike Tyson's best 3 wins? Mike Tyson, right? The man. Who is his best 3 wins? Who? Come on. Michael Spinks. This is according to Ring Magazine. Michael Spinks, a career light heavyweight. And Larry Holmes, 2.5 years out of retirement. The third one, you'd have to say Trevor Berbick, because he had the belt. That's it. Or maybe Tony Tucker. Is that it? That's a poor era. Mike Tyson got flogged by Holyfield and flogged by Lennox Lewis. Dealing facts. Oh, Mike Tyson's fans are going to hammer me now, aren't they? Why was Chris Eubank a fraud, Russell? And did Barry Hearn milk the cow's udder with Eubank? Or is his career built on what? When he stepped up he lost. Ray in Leeds. Chris Eubank beat 4 world champions. Nigel Benn at middleweight, and then he drew with Ben at super middle, and he beat 3 others at super middle. That's it. That's Chris Eubank's CV. 19 world title wins, but only 4 were world champions or former champions. So who were the other 15? Who? Joe Calzaghe had 22 title fights with WBO. But he only beat 8 world champions with WBO. Who were the other 14? Who? Calzaghe's career mirrors Eubank's, but it's maybe a bit better. But that's what I call milking the cow's udder. When you have a closer look, they were just milking it. Question 47. What exactly do you do in boxing, Russell? What is your role? Does Dennis Hobson pay you well, and where are you going with Dennis and Free Sports? Martin Sheffield. None of your business what I do in boxing. Is Liam Cameron a good fighter? Pete in Rotherham. Yeah, he's a great fighter, and he's also my pal. Is Dave Colwell a good trainer? Carl in Denby. Yeah, it appears that he is, but he's not had a British champion from debut, has he? People keep saying he had Curtis Woodhouse as a British champion from debut. He didn't, because Adam Booth took him on, didn't he, when he won the British title off Hamilton. So Colwell's not had a British champion from debut. If he has, point one out to me. Who is your tip as the full package for 2018, Russell? Mike in London. Mark Efron at 168. He'll go all the way in Mark Efron. Question 51, the last question. Who out of the guys you have followed have you been wrong about? Who? Clifton Mitchell. Clifton Mitchell, you know, who does the security for Matchroom. I used to follow Clifton. Clifton retired at 31 years old, and he with a career record of 18-2. Now, 16 of them 18 wins were KOs. He could bang, he had dynamite in his fists. Same as his son Ty Mitchell, and I was a bit disappointed that he didn't carry on. It's just my opinion. I just thought he could have carried on and carried on a bit longer. I think he would have done alright. I know he on the 2 defeats lost against that James Adebola in his 14th fight or something, 15th fight. I think he was 14-0 with 13 KOs. He fought for the British title against a 6'9.5" guy with longest arms in boxing, and he got stopped, didn't he? And then he fought that one Makovic. He got stopped against him for European about 5 fights later, and he went on to fight Lennox Lewis for WBC. So I was wrong about Clifton Mitchell, but he had a lot of hype behind him, Clifton, and I was gutted when he jacked it in, because I thought he could have done it. I think he just had bad luck in them 2 fights, and but I wish him all the best. I was a fan of his. I used to go to, I think he fought 2 or 3 times at Mansfield, down at Mansfield Leisure Centre. So I know he fought that John Haywood 3 times in his first 6 or 7 fights. that John Harewood got stopped every time. He were having none of it. Johnny kept coming back for more, but he's a character, Clifton, and you meet characters, don't you, in boxing? So, but anyway, that's the questions done for this week.